Okay, let's dive right into this explainer and investigate one of humanity's greatest, most enduring mysteries. For thousands of years, the golden sands of Egypt have guarded something truly spectacular. We're talking about a 4,500-year-old enigma resting right there on the desert horizon.
It's a question that has absolutely captivated the world for centuries. I mean, think about the timeline for a second. More than 4,500 years ago, long before electricity, steel cranes, or literally any form of modern engineering existed, the ancient Egyptians created something so extraordinary that it still completely baffles experts today. In a lot of ways, it makes this the ultimate historical crime scene, a monumental puzzle just waiting to be pieced together.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, a 4,500-year-old mystery.
Which brings us right into Section 2, Engineering the Impossible.
Built as a monumental tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, what's truly staggering here is the height they achieved without a single modern machine. The Great Pyramid reached 147 meters. That's roughly 481 feet high. To put that into perspective, for nearly 4,000 years, no other human structure on the entire planet reached further into the sky. And they pulled this off using only the materials, tools, and human power they had in the ancient world.
And to give you a sense of the immense volume of this project, it took approximately 2.3 million massive stone blocks to construct the Great Pyramid. Just try to imagine the sheer logistics of quarrying, shaping, moving, and precisely placing that many individual pieces of stone. It honestly remains one of the greatest engineering achievements in all of human history.
And here's the crucial point. We aren't just talking about a bunch of small bricks. Some of these massive individual stone blocks weighed over 70 tons each. Let that sink in. A 70-ton block of solid stone, moved into precise position, using completely ancient methods. It's a number that continues to totally melt the minds of modern engineers.
But beyond just being incredibly massive, the precision is completely unmatched. The four sides are aligned almost perfectly with true north, south, east, and west. The base, it's nearly perfectly level, despite covering more than 13 acres of land. And the corners are astonishingly accurate, with tiny deviations you'd measure in mere centimeters. Reproducing this kind of astronomical precision across 13 acres would be an enormous challenge for us today, even with all our advanced lasers and computerized tech.
So this massive engineering footprint naturally leads us to a colossal logistical question. How on earth did they transport these enormous granite blocks, some of which were actually quarried hundreds of kilometers away, and then managed to lift stones weighing dozens of tons to such incredible heights?
Well, you know how archaeology works. Every new discovery answers one question while raising about 5 more. Researchers have proposed a few different transport methods over the years. Did they use giant, straight ramps leading all the way up the side? Did they build spiral pathways around the exterior? Were they dragging these massive weights on wooden sleds across the desert sand? Or is it possible there were completely ingenious engineering techniques they used that are simply lost to history?
Let's move on to Section 3. Who really built them?
To figure out exactly how it was done, we need to take a really close look at our main suspects. Now, for centuries, ancient Greek historians basically propagated this belief that thousands of laborers, often described as slaves, spent decades just miserably dragging giant stones across the desert. But modern archaeological evidence points to something vastly different. We're talking about highly trained, specialized workers operating within a deeply complex, well-organized society. Physical excavations have truly humanized these builders. Archaeologists haven't just found old tools, they've uncovered entire workers' villages. They found dedicated bakeries, ancient hospitals for treating the injured, and cemeteries honoring those who passed away. This reveals a highly organized society that was absolutely capable of supporting and feeding the massive workforce required for history's most ambitious construction project.
Okay, Section 4, Modern Tech, Ancient Secrets.
You might be wondering, how exactly are we uncovering all these new truths today without tearing the ancient monument apart? Well, we're throwing the absolute cutting edge of science at this structure. Researchers are using non-invasive investigation tools to look deep inside without causing a single scratch to the stone. They're using laser scanning, ground-penetrating radar, thermal imaging, and, this is wild, cosmic ray muon detectors.
And the payoff for using all that modern science is huge. These technologies are actively acting as high-tech forensics, revealing hidden chambers, mysterious corridors, and enormous unknown empty spaces inside the pyramid that have been completely hidden from human eyes for thousands of years. It's just incredible. And naturally, each one of these discoveries fuels fresh debates about what else might be concealed inside these monumental tombs.
Let's jump into Section 5, Beyond the Myths.
As science uncovers these concrete facts and new mysteries, they pretty often clash head-on with some wild legends. I'm sure you've heard these persistent myths. People claim they were built by aliens, or that they contain supernatural powers, or maybe they were constructed using lost technologies from some hyper-advanced, forgotten civilization. And hey, while those ideas definitely capture the imagination and make for fantastic movies, archaeologists are actually finding something entirely different on the ground.
The reality we're uncovering is that the true story is deeply grounded in humanity. The pure skill, the relentless determination, and the sheer intelligence of the ancient Egyptians themselves are honestly far more impressive than any supernatural legend. We are looking at a literal pinnacle of human achievement.
Their incredible intellect is even further evident in the mathematical and astronomical mysteries they left behind. The builders aligned these monuments with such extraordinary accuracy, and some researchers point out that their placement might heavily reflect important celestial patterns observed in the ancient night sky. It leaves us with this fascinating debate. Were these precise astronomical alignments intentional, powerful religious symbols, or are they just highly practical engineering decisions? Or perhaps it's something even more remarkable that we just haven't fully understood yet.
So as we close out this explainer, surveying this incredible intersection of ancient determination and cutting-edge science, I want to leave you with one final thought. With all the empty spaces and voids we're just now discovering with lasers and cosmic rays, what secrets still lie hidden behind those sealed stones and unexplored passages? And could the discoveries made in those dark spaces tomorrow completely change everything we thought we knew about one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world?